place to introduce my new wheel set.
You're looking at my Levo wheel. It's got like 5 or 6 spokes broken off, all because I believe Specialized just wants to cheap out and not use good quality spokes on this build. You can see the hub in there. It's got the 90-degree bends on the spokes. They're not straight spokes, so they used the cheaper hub too. On an $8,000 bike, you'd think they would bother to use good stuff, but I guess they figure maybe things will crap out within the 1-year warranty time frame. So there's your Levo, and there's your broken spokes. At least they're gonna fix me up with a warranty, but if you're not so lucky and you haven't ridden 1,700 miles on your bike already, you might be stuck with the warranty cost.
Well, it's not a wheel set, my rear wheel only.
Hey, what do we got there in the dark? We got the Levo Night Ride. Didn't start that way. We got a new wheel. There it is. DT Swiss HX 1501 hybrid. Brand new wheel. We got it warranted. Got rid of the old crapper wheel. I got lucky. They didn't have any more crapper wheels, so they gave me a much better wheel. At the end of the day, the DT Swiss has got straight pull spokes. It's got the 250S, I think is the name of that hub, with a 24-tooth spline ratchet system. We're out here in the middle of the dark, middle of the night. Nothing around. San Juan Trail.
I'm at Lunch Rock along the San Juan Trail, and I just got my rear wheel warrantied out. Maybe I should call this one of the review videos. Call this a 1,700 mile review. I've had this bike since March 2019, and there's been some things I've replaced along the way. The big highlight of the day is my rear wheel. It's a DT Swiss HX 1501 hybrid. It's a 30 millimeter inside width. I'm running the Butcher Black Diamond. It's my second one. I'm pretty happy with that tire. It's really heavy sidewall, and it seems to do really well on all the sharp rocks and stuff. I haven't torn knobs off of it like I've done on a lot of other tires. I mean, it clearly used to do that on the Nevigals, but you know, the Maxes can even have that problem. Not too bad, but these things are holding up. So it's a straight spoke hub, and it's got a 24-tooth ratchet, spline ratchet. So it's not the 3-pawl ratchet that came with this. Specialized cheaped out like a lot of stuff. I think maybe they hoped most people aren't going to beat their wheels bad enough to have to replace them within the first year, and I did. I've broke a couple spokes once before, maybe 2 or 3 on one event, and I had to replace those, and I just stuck with the wheel. I've got some more, I don't know if I got 500 more miles out of that. but the last event was about 5 or 6 spokes busted out. They were all in the middle of the spokes, and I had to limp out of the trail ride I was on. But this wheel is definitely more promising. I'm hoping she's going to do better instead of get cheaped out like Specialized does. Fortunately, my shop took care of me under warranty. I was really thankful. I don't usually have such great luck with warranty scenarios. But otherwise, just back to the rest of the bike. Bike yoke, Revive, 185 millimeter travel, and it's a 34.9 diameter. That thing's great. The original post that came with the bike, junk, another Specialized cheap out scenario. I've spoke about it before, but the command post didn't perform well, and it didn't have the durability either. I lived with the crappy performance for a while, and eventually it just died, and I took it in for warranty. I had to wait a few weeks. I was kind of pissed off about that, so I had to run a straight post, but then I decided, what the hell, I'm not going to want to run that thing anyway. So in a matter of a few days, I got myself the bike yoke, and it works great. It's got the little bleed valve in there. I'll just show you how that works. This is all it takes is I think this is a 4 millimeter. Oh, next one. So if you want to bleed that thing, you just put it up, you crack the valve, and you just push it down, uncrack the valve, let the seat go back up, repeat, crack, compress, close, raise it, crack, let go, and she's good. That gets out any air in there, especially with an e-bike. The issue is you're more likely to have a bleed problem because the bike is heavier, and if you lift it by the seat, it may ingest some air. So in this case, no worries. If you got to lube the chain on these bikes, you got to hang it up. So once again, another opportunity to screw up a regular seat post. If you hang it from the nose of the saddle off of a bike stand, now you're putting load on there again, and the bike's heavier, so it's more likely to suck in some air. So that's as quick as that's all it takes. So that was another dissatisfaction point with the bike. They took care of warranting this tire. The first one, the first tire was just the same as the front, butcher grid, gripped on, and the sidewall's too thin. It tore out, so they gave me another one. I gave them $10 more, and they upgraded me to the black diamond. But I think for 2020, that tire's standard, and maybe on the higher end bikes, I'm not sure, but it's got a really thick sidewall, and that's the big benefit. It works great. So I could have got about 1,100 miles out of the first one I had in the rear, which was, I think, pretty damn good, and it was still going. It was just getting worn down. No knobs were torn off. The front tire, the regular one, I'm still running. I got 1,700 miles on it. It's a very original tire. It does have it's got one puncture here that keeps leaking but resealing. It's kind of a nuisance. I'm about ready to replace it because it's getting worn down. I'd like to have some more meat. So that's the tire deal. Brakes seem to hold up pretty good. I know when they get wet they're going to make a ton of noise. The motor works great. It's just got excellent trail manners. No complaints there. Those are the main issues I had with the bike. I mean, that's why I really think it's a great bike. It's just that there's hidden costs in it if you're going to ride it aggressively. You got to be ready to deal with the wheel thing, the dropper post. Those are, two big expenses. Luckily I got the wheel with a warranty, so I didn't have to pay a ton. But the dropper post is something like, I got it out the door for around, maybe it was $430, I think, or maybe a little less, I forget now, but the list price is up there. But it's a good post. The battery's holding up as expected, but I better get riding. There's our DT Swiss, ratchet system, but it's a 24 tooth ratchet. This thing had a 3-pawl system on it before, and the spokes were not straight. They were 90 bend stroke type spokes. Oh, it's good. It looks like some of the fog's slowed down coming in. I need to get riding. So, let's roll. Juice her up. Got a late start today. Usually I never go this way, so this will be interesting.